Good afternoon, my name is Alec Tritton. I'm a jobbing genealogist, I call myself. As in, I've been into genealogy now for 35 years. It's one of those things that it literally, once you caught the bug, it's there forever. And so I spend most of my free time. And in fact, my wife does not allow me to go on holiday in England anymore because she knows there's always some ulterior motive. Okay, we've got to go and visit this Tritton road, or that church is important to the Trittons, or find these graves. So I am really committed. In life, I was a technical director of an electronics company, but I always found time to be able to do my own family history. So I've managed to get back to 1481 actually, if we include a couple of dodgy ancestor lines, so the dotted out lines rather than the full lines. I have spoken all over the world. I've spoken in Florida, I've spoken on cruises, I've spoken twice in Salt Lake City for the British Institute over there, and numerous conferences and shows. And I'm here at Family History Live, where they've asked me to talk about parish records. I've just finished that talk, and it went down, I believe, well. Everybody had a good laugh, because I think that everybody has to remember it's our hobby. We're not doing it for business, for work, so therefore you can laugh about it, you can have fun with it. And that's what you tend to do. In other life, I have 2 horses and numerous chickens, which goes up and down because they tend to die quite quickly. Okay, so but that keeps me occupied, and it certainly keeps my wife occupied, so I can do more family history. The talk I do, I like to talk about all the records you can find in the parish chest. Unfortunately, most of them are not online. The only ones you can really find online is the important ones for us, actually the parish documents, the parish registers for Hatch, Match and Dispatched. All the others, although they're being filmed by the Church of Latter-day Saints, are not actually online. But there are a wealth of information that you can find about your ancestors and help you find your ancestors. For example, I have one of my ancestors is a foundling. His name was Watling. He was called Watling because he was found on Watling Street in London. You can find him in the church every week in the church till he's about 4 years old. The people who looked after him bring him money to actually bring him up every week. Now that is in the church warden's accounts. You won't find that online. You have to go and look somewhere where you can actually see them. Either in that particular case, in my case, it was in fact at the Guildhall Library, but all those records are now at LMA. Now, in my talk, I also like to pull in, I think, a lot of anecdotes, what happened in various parishes and everything else. Especially, one of the things I love, and one tip I always say, is do not just look for your ancestors. Look through the parish register. See what else is there. It's amazing what you can find. I was looking at one just recently in Wales, and there's a huge gap of 9 years. And when you get to the end of that gap of 9 years, there's a comment that's saying, so there has been no entries here for 9 years because the vicar was drunk. So it's an interesting bit of humour, you know what goes on in that way. So I always say what you need to do is check and check again, whatever you're doing. And it's amazing what you can find. Literally in Salt Lake, where I was earlier this year, I was looking through the parish of Boughton Alep. I was looking for a particular entry, nothing to do with my family, I knew it was there, relating to a lady who had 3 children who had been tragically poisoned in hellebore and arsenic by the mother from a recipe given to her by a gypsy. But whilst looking for that, and I have absolutely no ancestry there, I came across at the back of the parish register a map of the Tithe hay pasture from 1685. It is to scale. You can find it on the map today. And lo and behold, quite flabbergasted to find the name John Tritton there 3 times.